Hello, this is Brian again. Welcome to part 2 of my Charlton flats. Most of the way back to my car and where I filmed my spotlight on trees earlier. It's just, this place is addictingly beautiful. To me, happiness is a foremost. That's kind of my motto. Listening to the jays squawk up in the trees. Acorn woodpeckers waka waka, and enjoying a huge incense cedar. Really nice sized incense cedar. Also notice a lot of Arizona cypress saplings around here too. Further off that way, there are a bunch of young Arizona cypress saplings popping up. I know they plant Arizona cypress around here. There's some a little further up the road. Here's a site. This is a tree you do not see very often here in Southern California because it's usually a fairly low elevation tree, and for some reason I'm a high elevation guy, though I love all elevations. Fraxinus volutina, Arizona ash. I know they plant them sometimes around here in the San Gabriels. And they're native here too. They're native here to Southern California. Usually it's a fairly small tree. Typically you find these along wetter streams and where there's a lot more water. This tree is very common here in the desert Southwest. But it's typically a low elevation tree. They have some decent sized mature ones planted by Jackson Lake. We got some Arizona ash planted there, some pretty mature specimens. I went there in late October one year, and those trees were lit up yellow, like brilliant golden yellow. So those Arizona ash trees can change to pretty nice colors in the fall. There's actually a cultivated variety called Modesto ash that comes from that species. So I very rarely see them when I'm hiking. About a handful of times. Then I see them planted fairly often. Camp, picnic sites. You'll see them. But I haven't done a lot of stream side hiking, so that's probably why I miss out on a lot of those Arizona ash trees. Kind of glad I didn't go for a completely strenuous hike today. I'm tired. I feel kind of run down today. Been insanely busy at work. I work in retail, so it gets pretty hectic. Just tired today, so I'm just taking it easy. I was almost going to do a rigorous hike up Sugarloaf. Western wallflower. Veristinum capitatum, verdicapitatum. I think a gray squirrel. Where'd you go, buddy? I think that's a western gray squirrel. It's definitely a great place to come and picnic. I don't know if you can really camp here. I don't think you can. Definitely come here and spend an awesome day under the ponderosa pines. There's a huge big-cone Douglas fir. Right there in the middle. seen this tree before. I know I shot video of it once, but I never uploaded it. So watch out, it's very buggy down here. If you don't like bugs, you don't want to wear a bug net. Here it is. A massive big cone Douglas fir, Pseudotsuga macrocarpa. One of the larger specimens I've seen here in the San Gabriels. It's a pretty girthy tree. Beautiful tree. That big old Douglas fir must be about 120 feet tall. Pretty decent height for a big cone. Tell it's been around for a long time. It's probably older than these ponderosas. Big cones are a little more adapted to surviving fires than ponderosas are. Meaning individual trees have thicker bark, like they withstand fire better. Here's the Arizona cypress, some of the older ones here. A lot of new cones on them. Hesperosiparis arizonica. Beautiful trees. Got these round cones. It's related to the, very closely related, in fact, to the Paiute cypress that grows localized in Kern County in the Paiute Mountain area, Paiute Mountains, maybe some of the neighboring small mountain ranges before you get up into the Sierras. Very closely related. In fact, Paiute cypress was once regarded as a subspecies, Hesperosiparis or cupressus. Some people still use cupressus. Arizonica variety nevadensis. Now it's Hesperosiparis nevadensis or Cupressus nevadensis. Hesperosiparis is Greek for western cypress. Hespero western. Siparis is cypress in Greek. Very similar to Cupressus in Latin. A lot of mugwort here. Artemisia douglasiana. Very pungently aromatic plant related to the sagebrush. And then we got Spanish broom, non-native. There's a lot of nice botany to explore around here. So I like coming here a lot. Come here for a little while, poke around, enjoy the trees. Here's a Quercus wislezeni variety frutescens, interior live oak. There are actually a few tree interior live oaks around here too. Quercus wislezeni variety wislezeni up over that way by the main road that comes into the facility. There's a couple of them that are actually single or double trunked. Those Those are more characteristic of variety whistles. Those ones kind of look like a gray area between the two. But variety whistles any is found here. They're more upright and more tree-like than variety frutescens. It is so beautiful here. It's definitely one of the nicest recreation areas. And then you go a few miles down, you're over by Chilao. And that area is predominantly Jeffrey pine. I don't think there are any ponderosas there. Environment's very similar. It's weird. You know, gentle ridges, a small canyon dip. But those trees are Jeffrey pines, while these are ponderosas here. Well, if you go further up, I think if you wanted to hike to Vedder Mountain, I believe you start seeing Jeffreys up along that way, though. Of course, we got coulters up here too. Good hike this way. Just follow it for about 2 miles. It'll take you to Vedder. It's a little too warm for me to do that today. I'm kind of tired from a crazy week of working. Just glad I wasn't too lazy to come out to the mountains, because I would have really missed out. Well, that's going to do it for the Charlton Flats area hike, or I should say more of like a wandering. Small peak right there, right in front. The one in the back is Monrovia Peak. The one in front here is Peak 5400. It's a very random peak here in the San Gabriels. It's almost thinking about climbing up that earlier, but I think climbing up 4202 was enough for me today. Well, thanks for watching my my 2-part series on Charlton Flats. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my spotlight on trees on the Pacific ponderosa pine, and I might do one on the tree interior live oak next. So stay tuned for that video if I do it today. And thanks for watching. Come up and enjoy these mountains.